What is going on, snipers? Naeem Al-Ubaidi here. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day today. If you guys are watching this live stream after it's already published, feel free to use the 1.25x in the settings below. However, we're going to be taking price prediction requests throughout the night for our viewers. We're going to be having a lot of interaction, so mind me if it's a long video and stuff like that. We do have a daily video in the daytime as well. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let's just roll the intro. So pretty much what we're seeing today in the market is an extensive, I would call it, let's go ahead and pull up CoinMarketCap really quick and show you guys. I would call it a regular day. Why don't we just say that? But there have been some parabolic breakouts for several different coins, including Ethereum, including Tron, Ray-Blocks, Ethereum Classic, Verge. Guys, we're seeing a ton of different breakouts, and as you guys know, when the market goes up, what typically happens after that? The market goes down, of course. So we definitely want to be sure to watch the market prices over the next couple of days to ensure that we are aware of where market prices are headed. And if you guys have seen Tron, you guys can see that it did break out today. You can see it was heading towards these all-time highs. We found some resistance right around 1446 Satoshis. Tested resistance levels twice, tested a third time, and broke right through. If you guys are Patreons, you guys know I alerted you guys prior to that breakout. So if you guys made that trade, you would have been at a high profit. Somebody in the chat said, how did you get the alerts? It's on our Patreon. So if you guys don't know, I'll actually pull it up right over here in just a second. So I think I have it up here. Yep. So if you go to our Patreon post, the link is in the description below. We do have a trade alerts for anybody that's gold and above. You can see I actually predicted this one today for TRX before it even happened. I had seen that it tested these resistance levels. Guys, I want to make this pretty clear. When you see that resistance levels are being tested, you have to understand what that means is the demand is increasing and the supply may or may not hold up to that demand. If the supply cannot hold up to that demand, you're going to see a breakout. So obviously, we're seeing some consolidation here after the breakout. We're obviously going to have a lot of weak hands sell off at that point. A little bit earlier than I expected, but still a beautiful run up for Tron. I mean, we went up one time, formed a little bit of support, consolidation, went up again, consolidated, and then broke right up and saw this monstrous gain here. Now, what is the biggest question is how high Tron will go, right? This is what I'll tell you guys. Based upon the volume, I want you guys to actually notate this. If you actually pull up the founder's Twitter, if you guys know who the founder of Tron is, we can go on Twitter and type in his name. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Let's go ahead and here, we'll do Tron, Twitter. Let's go ahead. Justin, not Jason. Okay, there you go. So Justin's son. So you can actually see, he actually posted something the other day which was quite intriguing to me because it almost predicted the breakout. So on January 2nd, he said, according to CoinMarketCap, daily trading volume for Tron ranks top 6 cryptocurrency. We will learn more from the pioneers like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth. And this was while it was number 13. So as it was number 13, he had posted this picture and said, in terms of volume, we're number 6. Well, guess what happened? Number 6 today. Isn't that such a crazy phenomena there, guys? Isn't that kind of like, I don't know, it's just, it's weird. It's like another galaxy. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and look at who's on the chat tonight. So who do we got online? Let's look at our live chat here. We got Noah Fennell said dash. Bitcoin Buzz said, I saw Tron at 0.02 and could only afford 1,000. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see. Shout out to your daily work. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Somebody said stellar. Somebody said hello. Somebody said, should we do the super chats? Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. So for the super chats, guys, I am going to be paying attention a lot more to the super chats. I know it's been kind of hectic over the past couple of days. So if you guys do post super chats, I am going to have that pulled up here. Like we just got another one from the Reverend of Crypto. Thank you so much, brother. Oh, who here, by the way, was at the class tonight from Reverend of Crypto? Who here was in Bob's class? Say I in the chat. If you guys don't know, on our Discord, we have one of our analysts, the Reverend of Crypto here. He actually did a class, and if you guys want to actually stay in touch with him, you can go to the analyst corner and open up Rev's corner chat, and you can actually see all of his information here, all of his charts. I highly recommend this, and check that out. Somebody said I was in Bob's class. Me, I. Wow, a lot of you guys were there. Wow, Cade Collins was there. Garrett Man, One Karate, Fizor was there. Everybody was there. That is awesome. Memriz, Nahom, Steve. That's awesome. I'm glad that it went well, guys. So, yeah, definitely check that out. So, we'll actually take some questions here. If you guys do have any questions, we'll pull those questions up. Let's see what type of questions we have here. Shout out to Steven Allison for the $2 super chat. I do appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Somebody said, Tron will be worth what at the end of 2018? Good question. So, this is what you guys have to notate. You can never determine the actual price or the magnitude of what the price is going to be, but you can always determine the price movement based upon patterns, charts, and technical analysis. So we're going to pull up a couple different indicators here. We'll pull up several different ones, and I know we have a lot of newer people here, so I definitely want to kind of go through this a little bit slower so you guys can have an understanding. We're going to pull up the EMA, or the moving average exponential, the relative strength index, or the RSI, as well as the volume. We'll keep it simple like we did in our video today. The volume is down here represented with this bar graph. The red indicates sell volume, the green indicates buy volume, as most of you know. RSI is down here in purple. It can be an indicator on whether or not something is overbought or oversold. What happens when something's overbought, right? Let's say you go to a store, something's just overbought. It's just too many people are buying them. It just doesn't make, like, overbought pretty much means a lot of demand has come, and then eventually what's going to happen? It's going to wear off and whizzle away. And that's when prices drop. So if it's over 70, that's an indicator that prices are unhealthy in RSI. And then if it's under 30, it's undervalued or underbought. Samuel, thank you for the super chat. He said, let's see what Samuel said. I heard Redcoin is the coin of the future. Well, you know what's interesting about Redcoin? It was forming a pretty interesting graph today. I think it was a cup and handle that I was looking at. And I'll pull that up here. So let's go ahead and move on to Redcoin real quick. So if you pull up Redcoin, you can see here, I actually drew out, yes, right over here. We saw this cup and handle form. There was the handle right over here, and then there was some minor breakout. You saw the depth of the cup here. You saw the cup base, and then we saw the cup form. And then we saw the handle form down here, which it's currently forming. As long as this can continue to go up, the pattern won't break. So it's still within that pattern. Let's pull up the 1 hour here. I'll show you guys a little bit of a clear perspective. So this cup and handle was forming. If you guys don't know, if somebody said, what's a cup and handle? Yes, let me show you what the cup and handle is. Trading 101, you guys go on the Discord. This is our resource that we have available to all of you guys. Highly recommend it if you're not on Discord already. The link is in the description. But you pull this up, there's initial uptrend, and then you see some consolidation into this rounding bottom, which eventually forms a breakout period where there's a minor consolidation, doesn't go beyond this previous support, and then it breaks out. So it pretty much goes beyond this support, not this support, and then that's initially where the breakout occurs. So there could be a potential breakout for Redcoin. I mean, obviously, the cup and handle is being formed up here, all-time highs. Looks to be around 186 Satoshis, so it doesn't look like we're too far away from where we're going to be headed back when we were in December of 24th of 2018. So let's take another request here. We got a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Samuel. Let's go ahead and look at our next one. Daily Gorina said, what are your thoughts on Packcoin? Let's pull up Packcoin really quick and see what is popping with Packcoin. We're going to go look at the coin market cap first and foremost. As you guys know, I only like to look at coins that are at least over $100 million in market cap, which this one is, thankfully. Let's go ahead and, oh, I missed that one. Pop our LaCroix, I'm sorry. So, you look at Packcoin, wow, that's insane. Parabolic, looks like Verge a couple days ago. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull it on coin market cap. Nope. So just based on this technical analysis, I can say, I mean, with these all-time highs, you really want to find some support. So it looks like it already broke out. Money was already made, but it is finding support, and there looks to be another breakout. So just based on this, without the technical, it looks like there's another breakout occurring. So that's interesting. But let's go ahead and look at some major coins, guys. Obviously, you see Tron number 6. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. The fact that we saw the founder tweet out that the volume was so high, and it was equivalent to being number 6 in terms of volume, and they were number 13, and now it's actually number 6. I think that is amazing. Is it going to cross Cardano? That's probably going to take a little bit longer. It's not as easy to just jump another $10 billion in market cap. However, it could happen within the next couple of days for Tron. I think we'll see it stick around this number 6, 8, 9, and 10 level for quite a while now, being that Tron is now moving forward. I think the CEO, if you guys watched the video today, is a phenomenal CEO, has a big vision for it, and that's for sure. Shout out to Reverend Crypto. We got another super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Once again, guys, this is one of our analysts. So we do have several different analysts in our Discord, and Reverend Crypto will actually be doing... Do you guys want to see Reverend Bob? You guys want to see Bob on the live stream one day here? Who wants to see Bob on Sniper's Tube? Say I, or say something. Naeem, Coinbase not taking on XRP? Well, who said that? I haven't heard any confirmation from the founder of Coinbase. I mean, the news is the news. Somebody said cup and handle forming on salt. We'll pull up salt in just a sec. Alright, everybody's saying hell yeah. Somebody said hell nah. No, guys, oh, he's a nobody, so that's fine. Do you think Ripple... I'm just kidding. If you're listening to the podcast version, his username is nobody. I didn't just call somebody nobody. Alright, I don't want to be mean here. Can you go over Stellar and Komodo? Yes, for sure. We'll go over Komodo. I know we've been seeing a little bit of consolidation with Komodo. And Stellar, of course, following Ripple a little bit. It's down right now for the 24-hour under 17%, but it's been up 3% for the day, which is interesting. What do you think about ADA? I get a lot of questions about ADA today, so I'm going to definitely check out ADA. So far, we've got Salt and we've got ADA. So the next two coins we're going to watch are Salt and ADA. And then we'll continue to take more requests through the super chat. We'll have Bob on Sniper's Tube very soon, guys. He's going to be doing his exclusive live stream here as long as there's no profanity. So I'm going to have to give him a little bit of some prerequisites. But, you know, there's a certain level of professionalism I'd like to maintain within this channel to ensure that all serious investors can always, you know, see this channel as a reliable source of information as we grow into a major influence in the cryptocurrency market. And I can't wait for that. Somebody said get Bob in here now. Thank you for the super chat once again. We just got another one. Much love. VeChain, VEN. We're going to do VEN after ADA and after Salt. Another super chat. Let's go ahead and see. You and Rev dual live stream. Should be super hyped on all media. We'll do that. I'm going to actually put that one on my to-do list here. Actually, I got a whiteboard right over here. I'm not going to do that right now. But for sure, I like that idea, Yuham. I'll actually... We'll do it. We'll do it. I don't even have to put it on my to-do list. He's just such an awesome guy. We're always talking back and forth. So we'll get a chance to do that one day. But that's for sure. Let's take some quick questions here in the chat, guys, while we kind of progress into our requests. Robinson Altidore, how high do you think TRX will reach? So, good question. Let me talk about a little bit of what I see with TRX. Pretty much, here's what I'll tell you. So far, what I'm seeing with TRX... If you guys look at the volume as an indicator, all right, so check this out. Yeah, January 2nd, which was 2 days ago, we received a tweet from the CEO of Tron saying, according to CoinMarketCap daily trading volume, Tron ranks number 6 on cryptocurrency. So he predicted, guys, this is a huge deal. By the way, thank you for the super chat request. We just got another one. His name is, let's see here, Doggernaut. Oh, the Juggernaut 2099. Tron is burning coins. Interesting. Frankie Cortez, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that. So, being that he predicted this, guys, he predicted it utilizing the volume. So why don't we use the same method that he used, huh? Why not, right? Because volume can definitely be a predictor of things because that shows you, if you guys don't know what somebody said, what is a volume? Volume is pretty much how much a coin is being used. So, if the volume is high for the 24-hour, that means the coin is traded at least, in this case, $1 billion worth of Tron, 1.249410 to be exact, but right around $1 billion, right? So Bitcoin, $18 billion. You see Ethereum, $5 billion. So that's volume. Now, if you look at the volume, somebody asks, how high do you think Tron will go? Well, why don't we answer that question, right? So you look at Tron right now, we're number 6 on market cap, we're 16 billion in total market cap, but the volume is at 4 billion for the past 24 hours. So hence, why don't we look at a coin that also has high volume? Guys, here's something I want you guys to understand. When Litecoin had a run up from $50 to $60 up to $300 to $400, I knew that it was going to happen, and that was before our channel really was matured to the point where we were doing price predictions. Even today, guys, on our Patreon, if you guys are Patreons, this is a free resource. Actually, it's our Discord's a free resource. Patreon is a different resource that we have available, and I have our trade alerts all set on there. And today I traded. I posted this at 7:28 p.m. and I said, hey, everybody, every gold Patreon and above, let me just show you guys something real quick. Tron is testing resistance levels, and we were able to predict this run up that eventually occurred with TRX. So what does that mean? It means prices are predictable. Now we're seeing the consolidation. What I would like to see in order for this to be a healthy consolidation is for it to consolidate where resistance was and then find support where previous resistance was. So that would be the most healthiest consolidation we see. So if this price can find support right here around 1480 Satoshis, that's going to be completely fine in terms of a correction. If it goes beyond that, it may just start going a little bit lower, and this could have been a top right here. Hopefully not. We'll see what happens. Doesn't look like it just yet, but we'll definitely have to keep watching this. It may end up going back down, which means that it was never meant to go up in the first place, but you see it was bouncing off the EMA quite a bit there. So you look at Tron's total market cap, 16 billion, 4 billion in volume. The reason I knew Litecoin was going to shoot up was the fact that the volume was always so high, and there's a reason for that. I got into cryptocurrency around 2010. Why don't we give away a book really quick, guys? Let's do a quick book giveaway. Who here wants to get a book? So let me go ahead and talk to you guys about something really quick that I think is extremely important when looking at different charts and graphs. And what's most important, in my opinion, in investing in general, something my mentor taught me, one of my mentors, Tom Miller, actually, he said, Naeem, before you invest in anything, you have to understand what you're investing in. If you don't understand what you're investing in, then you're never going to have or grasp the full idea of what you're putting together, or else, not only that, you won't understand the different technology or the other projects that will come up that have potential, but you just can't see it because you don't understand it. And what I mean by that is, if you guys don't understand the distributed ledger, if you guys don't understand what decentralization is, if you don't understand what the importance of decentralization is, if you guys don't understand what proof of stake is versus proof of work, right? How do you generate coins? How do you mine coins? If you guys don't understand that, you have to start educating yourself. This isn't just a market that you walk into and say, I'm going to make a ton of money. No, I've known about Bitcoin since 2010, and I still can sit here and say, I don't know everything about it. There's so much information. There's actually another book here. So this is one book I recommend. Another book, Mastering Bitcoin. I'm going to post the link of our Discord in the chat. I just posted it right now. I'm going to be posting that in the YouTube chat in just a second. So go ahead and look at the YouTube chat. I just went ahead and posted that. And that Discord is actually, the link is in the description too. If you want to go to the description, you can actually go to the description. But we have a Discord available, and there's a helpful read section. You guys can actually look at all of these different books if you guys don't know where to go. This is another free resource. Guys, all of this stuff is readily available for each and every one of you guys to take advantage of. So I'm going to be giving away this book. By the way, this one is a little bit more in depth. You can see it's more of like a textbook, and this is really going to get into a lot of the technical sides of, you know, the cryptography and such like that. And it's a very technical book, especially if you are maybe a mechanical engineer or you have some sort of engineering education or background. I think that could truly help and assist you. So why don't we do a quick giveaway here, guys? Here's what we'll say. Why don't we do this? I'm going to do a quick giveaway. Let's pull up the chat here. So let's give away a free book here. Somebody said, I'm an engineer. Greg said, we all know about Discord, Naeem. Let's get on with the chart analysis and hot tips. Greg, let me tell you something, brother. We had an individual, yeah, somebody deleted that. Somebody deleted that comment. You know why? Because I got one of the best moderator teams in the planet. Nothing against you, Greg. I'm just saying, this isn't against you. I'm just saying in general, people are like, why do you keep promoting Discord? Why do you promote this? Why do you promote that? We had a guy yesterday say, Naeem, in the Ruby Night Owl, we had a Ruby and above Night Owl. If you guys don't know what Ruby and above means, that's our different tier levels within Patreon. He said, Naeem, if you did not promote Discord the way you did on the live stream, I would have never been here. And if I never found this community, I don't know what I would have been doing in this market. I don't know if I would have continued to trade. And if you guys, who was in the Night Owl when you heard him say that? Or relatively around those, I mean, basically he said that. Who was in the Night Owl? Say I. By the way, thank you so much for these super chats. I'm going to be taking note of all of this. My daughters came up with this joke. What currency frogs trade? Ripple, ripple, ripple. That is funny, Abby. That is awesome, man. You must have an awesome daughter. That is so cool. But who was there? Somebody said I. Look at this. All these people were there. So when I promote something, guys, this isn't for... Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Oh, well, I'm already on the Discord. Stop promoting it. Or I'm already a Patreon. Stop promoting it. What about the individual that's not and doesn't know about it? But if he gets into it and he wants it, he's been seeking that sort of service, then he would benefit off of it and it would change his life. Like many of you have had your lives changed just like I did. My life was completely... It turned into a whole different life, 180 degrees, when I found a mentor to teach me how to trade, because I was in traditional stocks. You guys know my story. I started with $100, I took it to $200, and then I lost all my profit after 3 months of trading, trying to get it to 200, around 3 months, getting it to 200. I lost that all, and I was like, this is BS. I had no money to my name. I was working 9 to 5. Some of you guys have children. Some of you guys are working 9 to 5. Some of you guys have extreme responsibility. Some of you guys manage companies. Some of you guys own businesses. I was in a call with one of my buddies today. He owns a pizzeria, and he was talking about how this community has helped him so much, and I'm so thankful that we have this community together, and I am blessed. I wake up every day, I say, thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity to be a part of something that's so great, and my whole mod team and admin team knows that. I just hate negative news, negative drama. I love positivity. I love optimism. I love the good stuff, guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and give away this book. Somebody said, how do we become a Patreon? The Patreon link is in the description. So we pretty much have several different tiers. If you guys click become a Patreon, this is our trade alert tier. We actually predicted the Tron breakout, but you click become a patron. We actually had to do this because there was such an overwhelming demand for this. So we have silver, gold, ruby, sapphire, emerald, and diamond. By the way, today we're doing a ruby and above night owl. So if you're a ruby or above, you're going to be going down to Patreon exclusive tonight, and we're going to be doing a night owl under this chat right here, ruby and above night owl. And the reason we're doing that is because it was so successful that we're thinking about just doing ruby and above night owls from now on, because it's been so successful. We had such an awesome conversation. If you are a sapphire and above and you can't make it to the night owl, you will be receiving a podcast version of that for you to listen to on your way to work or so forth on Patreon. So just to clear that up. But let's do a giveaway here. Here's the giveaway question. Let's see who's paying attention. So watch this. We'll give away the Internet of Money. Get your hands ready. Thank you so much for the super chats, by the way. We're gonna go back and look at all of those in just a second. Here's the giveaway. So we're gonna give away the Internet of Money. The question is, which tier of Patreon do you have to be to actually receive the trade alerts? Let's go ahead and see. The answer is gold, by the way. All right, let's see who got it first. QSP, yay. Ruby, no. Ruby was for the night owl surgeon. Somebody said, I want book. Andrew said diamond, no. Sam said ruby, no. Hugo, bravo. He got it. He said gold. Hugo, send me a message on Discord, brother, and we'll verify your YouTube account. We'll make sure we'll get that out to you, brother. Hugo, bravo. You won. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my notes, and we're going to go ahead and look at Salt 88 and VEN. So you'll be winning a book, brother. Congratulations. Now let's move on with the technical analysis, guys. We'll take some requests in just a second as well, as always, and then pull up our chart here. So let's first and foremost look at Salt, guys. So Salt is an interesting coin. If you guys don't know what Salt is, Salt's technology pretty much allows you that people that are Bitcoin rich and cash broke, right? Some people have a ton of different cryptocurrency, but due to tax reasons and other legalities, and sometimes they just want to hold their crypto, they don't want to liquidate that into US dollars, US fiat currency. So what they'll do is they'll utilize different services, and Salt is one of those. If you guys don't know what Salt is, we'll pull up Salt right over here. And I just got a text message from one of my mods. He said, make your cam small again. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you always got my back, man. So pull up Salt here, Salt, and let's pull this up. Rank number 50, $12 in US dollars right now. Market cap heading towards 1 billion. I think this will be over 1 billion. I have, if you guys know my portfolio, all the Patreon golds and above, you guys know my portfolio. I posted that. If you guys just became Patreons, go back into the post. Just go up here and then go back to posts, and then you can actually see what my portfolio looks like. So you just go all the way back here, and then I actually have a whole post here that shows you my portfolio and what it has. So you definitely have to load it, bam, right there, so you guys can see what I'm currently holding. And salt, in my opinion, it's gonna rise in value as we have a lot more individuals carry and hold Bitcoin and would like to have US fiat currency or any other currency. If you go on their website, you can actually see they have tons of different liquidation methods. So you can liquidate your Dash into GBP, you can liquidate your Bitcoin into RMB, you can liquidate your ETH to USD, your LTC to yen. So they hold your coin and then they give you US dollars. So here's the cool thing about this. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, right? The SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, they don't charge taxes on loans. You don't have to pay any taxes on loans. So guess what? It's a way to avoid taxes. This isn't, I'm not proposing a method for that, guys. Once again, this is not legal advice or training advice. Go see a financial advisor for that one. But that's the case with salt. So I like the technology. Once again, when I look at a coin, I'm looking at the technology long term. Beautiful pattern, guys. Check this out. I like this. I know it's descending, however, there's a clear descending pattern, which is always a good thing because you can predict price movement. Seems like we're finding some clear support levels here on 82,000 Satoshis. Somebody said, what is a Satoshi? The Satoshi is the decimal places of the Bitcoin. There's up to 8 different decimals, and Bitcoin can be fractionalized up to 8 decimals and more if you really get into the technicals. However, when you look at a Satoshi value, the Satoshi is this decimal place right here. The reason we look at Satoshi value is we're looking at the coin's price against Satoshis or Bitcoin, because Bitcoin almost acts like this stable gold that we're hedging against and we're looking at prices against, rather than looking at a coin like against US dollars or fiat currency. So hopefully that helps out. But in terms of salt price prediction, I like it as a long-term hold. No matter what the prices do, I dollar cost average my position with salt. If you guys know what dollar cost averaging is, we'll go ahead and pull up a quick definition for you guys. This is a way that a lot of new investors, if you're a new investor, say I in the chat. Let's see who's a new investor. Dollar cost averaging. Who here's first time trader, first time trading in the market? Say I. Let's see, let's give a couple shout outs here. Mr. Haraj 21 said I. Shalene said I. Marlon said I. Mr. Robinson, good to have you. Mo said I. Carol Brown said I. Yannick said I. Stephen Evans said I. Southwest Florida Property Search said I. That's a business. Wow, a lot of new traders. Look at that. Paul Presode. Wow. Tons of new traders. Louis Loplack, good to have you on. Apolitic, good to have you. Brian Palmney, good to have you. Gary E, good to have you too. Robert, let's see, all these new traders. Thank you for the super chat request, Parth. We will do Power and REQ for sure. And we have some other super chat requests. Now, let me go ahead and actually do this in order of super chat. So we did get a couple different super chats. Let's go ahead and look at the other super chat requests here. Just give me 1 second here. So as we go into salt, we do have some other super chats here. Thank you so much, guys. This definitely means a lot. Thoughts on Poet? So that's going to be before Power. Poet. UN Rev, yep, we did that. Tron is burning. Can you do a specific chat on how you identify multi-beggars? Also, can you talk about StoreJ and VIB? We'll do the StoreJ and VIB. I think that's going to be saved. Maybe we can do that in a night owl, but we'll definitely help you out with that, brother. We'll do that after Poet. And once again, we're going to be doing this first come, first serve, guys. So first come, first serve super chats. So whoever's first can get their request in first before we end the stream and go to our Ruby and above night owl. Brit and Bin both closed suggestions for exchange. Bit and Bin both closed suggestions for exchange. I don't know what you're talking about, but if you're asking for an exchange suggestion, go to resources under our Discord, go under exchanges. I have Coinbase and Binance here. If you go to tools here or alternate exchanges, you can see more exchanges there, and I have a little bit of a description of why I like each one and why I use certain exchanges for certain trades. One of my favorites is Binance. The link is in the description below. I like Binance because you can use the BNB token and then lower your transaction costs. If you guys want to know how to do that, just type in how to use BNB tokens or go on our Discord, ask somebody, or come to our night owl. My daughters came up with this joke. Yes, that's funny. Thank you, Abshik. Sometimes I like to pull the 1 minute chart for Tron and yell at it like it's a football game. on TradingView, they have a various coin pairs like ADA BTC, ADA ETH, or even ADA USDT. Is there a preference and why? It is more of a user preference. So if you guys don't know, good question, Steve Okamoto. This is good for the beginner. So let's say you pull up Salt. There's a Salt BTC, Salt Ethereum, and Salt USDT is not in this chart. There must be one though. Nope. So Salt against Ethereum is going to show you the Salt's price against Ethereum's price, or Ethereum as the coin of the comparison. So I like to use Bitcoin. It's typically what you're trading with. Are you trading with Bitcoin or are you trading with Ethereum? If you're trading with Bitcoin, you want to use Bitcoin. If you're trading with Ethereum, use Ethereum. If you want to trade with US dollars, use USDT or USD. So hopefully that helps you. Very simple explanation. And that's what you want to use depending on what you're looking at. So we're going to look at Fun or Poet. So we'll do Fun or Poet for sure. And then what else do we have here? Siacoin. All right. We can take Siacoin as well. And then Reverend is way too self-centered and never listens to other opinions. Also name your... Okay. Making it Ruby only. What about $5? Well, Bobby Lee, we're giving away... All right, let's read this. So Reverend is too self-centered and never listens to other opinions. Well, I mean... That's an opinion. Also, Naeem, you're screwing over other patrons by making it Ruby only. What about $5? Not really. If you look at our Patreon chat and you see here, we have over 73 rubies and above and 38 sapphires. We have 7 emeralds online right now. And then if you look at anything below that, we have 170 gold patrons. For the gold patrons today, I posted 4 different trade alerts. So for what the golds get, I think that's completely reasonable. And then outside and above that, the Night Owls were always meant to be more centered towards individual attention. And we saw an overwhelming demand of individuals that wanted to sign up for Patreon, which was awesome. We definitely appreciate that. However, it negated the fact of what we wanted to do by creating an exclusive group of individuals that were willing to invest in themselves in order to receive information that was beyond and above what was already available. So if you're not willing to invest in yourself above the Ruby level, that's completely fine. You can be a gold or a silver and you can receive the benefits you're entitled to. However, for our rubies and above, that shows that an individual is willing to invest further in themselves. Therefore, we're going to incentivize them in the manner that's appropriate. So hopefully that made some sense, and I'm sure you guys can appreciate that. At the end of the day, guys, we are building this community to 1 million strong. That is our goal because it's called collaborative intelligence. Read this book. It's called Principles by Ray Dalio. Why don't we give away this book? Let's give away a book. So we're going to give away the Principles by Ray Dalio. This is the question for the giveaway. And I'm going to tell you something right now. This book, one of my favorite books in the world. So here's the question for the giveaway. What is the, let's talk about this. What does the EMA stand for? Whoever says it first wins. What does the EMA stand for? It has to be spelled correctly. What does the EMA stand for? What does the EMA stand for? What does the EMA stand for? Bam! Exponential moving average. First person. Somebody said estimated moving average. Nope. Exponential moving average, and it's spelled correctly. Cade Collins, congratulations, brother. Send me a message on Discord. You went ahead and won Principles. This is one of my favorite investing books. It's by Ray Dalio. Ran one of the largest hedge funds in the world called Bridgewater, and he did very well. So hopefully that can clear up some things, guys. Let's go ahead and roll right back into our technical chart here. And finish up these super chats. So can you go over power and REQ? Let me go ahead and write Cade Collins though really quick into my little handy dandy notebook here, the Internet of Money, and then Cade is going to be winning Principles. Good job, guys. Good job, Cade. I know you've been around for a while. Can you do power and rec? Yep, just became a Ruby patron. Congratulations, track research team. I'll look forward to meeting you tonight. Can you please look at ICX? Yes, we can do ICX as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. Joseph Nigen, Stellar XLM, please. Yes, we'll do XLM for sure, brother. Somebody said, love your channel. King Lucifer in the house. Let me know what you think about Simple Token for sure. We'll look at Simple Token. Now let's go into our technical analysis. So looking at the technical analysis of what we're seeing today, guys, pretty much with salt, what I would say at this point, when looking at these price levels, I already have a position. I actually got my position here when I saw this breakout. I actually incurred that there were resistance levels being broken and tested, and once it was tested, I went ahead and purchased. Looks like we're finding support around previous resistance, right around 82,000 Satoshis. At this point, I would watch and wait for this chart to mature, because at this point it's going down. There's a descending pattern. However, based upon this chart, if it does go below this support, we're most likely to find more support right around 74,000 Satoshis. In my opinion, that's a good buying spot for this coin. So, sorry about keeping this. Okay, I went ahead and sorry about the camera. I know I kept that pretty big. So that's pretty much what's going on here. Somebody said zoom out, zoom out. Everybody said zoom out. Sorry guys. Francisco Pena said, what do you think about Ripple? Interesting, Francisco. Anna Bai said exponential moving average. Oh my gosh. And Bui, I'm sorry, but that giveaway was a while ago. Shout out to Caleb. Thank you for the super chat. It means a lot. Mike Tran said, what is your prediction for Tron tonight? Well, we already looked at Tron. We might touch back on that later, but we'll see. And I did post a video on that today, why Tron will rise in 2018. So anyways, that's pretty much what I do. Let this chart mature a little bit. It's on a descending pattern. I don't see any sort of swing trades to be made right now. RSI is about to hit bottom, so if it goes under 30, that could be an indicator of bottom. Went under 30 here, so hopefully it can go under 30. That might be a good buying point for salt, where you can actually go ahead and rack up quite a bit, especially as a value investor. You want to buy cheap. Write this down, guys. If you have a pen and paper handy, write down buy in the red, sell in the green. Basic principle of trading, and that can allow you to incentivize yourself with more profits rather than losing profits like a lot of traders do. Have you guys, let's go ahead and take a quick poll. Has anybody here ever made a trade, saw the profits, and then the profits were wiped out within that week, and then you were like, why didn't I sell it at the profit? Say something if that's ever happened to you. Somebody said, you got distracted with the giveaway, you never finished Tron. Oh, Diane, thank you. We'll have to do Tron then. Sorry about that. I get distracted a lot. I can't deny that. Somebody said yes, yes. Robert said yep. Alex said absolutely. Craig said yes. Can you show us an example of how to use a stop loss? I can do that, but you know, to be honest with you, Caleb, what I would do, Mr. Gibson, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way, is I would utilize, I have a video on it. It's actually called How to Trade Bitcoin in the Bubble, and that shows you how to set up stop losses, Caleb. But pretty much what you want to do is set up your stop. I'll show you right now. So when you go on an exchange, and I don't have one I can pull up right now, I believe. Actually, you know what? We can go on Binance really quick. So if you guys go on Binance really quick, if you guys want to see what stop losses indicate, so you go to a basic exchange really quick. I'll show you guys extremely fast. So stop limit here. So there's two different price points. You want to have a stop and you want to have a limit. So the limit will be the actual, let's say you want to actually set up a stop loss here for Salt Bitcoin. Let's say you want to set up a stop loss, right? I'll go ahead and do a quick tutorial of this. So we're looking at the Salt chart here. Let's just, for easy analytics here, let's do Bitcoin US dollar chart. So we're at $14,019. So what you'll want to do, let's say you were trading against the support level of 14,848, right? So this is a support level, $14,000, 851 cents. And then you were like, all right, well, I'm going to buy here, and if it drops below support, I'm going to set up a stop limit. And I recommend you use a stop limit, because if it's a stop, it's going to stop it at the market. It's going to put in a market order. But if you use a stop limit, there's going to be a limit and a market order. And what that does is it allows you to actually have that trade in place rather than missing the trade potentially. So what you'll want to do is set up a stop limit right here. Let's say you want to set up your stop limit at 14,796. You put your limit here. So you go down here, you type in 14,796. So this is the price that you're willing to sell it at, and then put a stop a little bit under that. You can do it as far as you want, whatever gap you feel comfortable with. So you can probably do like 14,700 for the stop. So 14,700 here. And what that'll do is it'll sell your Bitcoin in between this price point. So hopefully that helped out. Thank you so much for the super chat once again. And with Salt or Bitcoin, we'll go back to Tron, because I think one of the viewers said that I had been distracted. So I think I finished it. Maybe it just didn't seem like I did, but here's what happened at the end of the day. We found resistance right around 1452 Satoshis. We broke out of that. Now we're seeing consolidation, which is completely healthy as long as it stays above support. If it stays above support, then I wouldn't mind trading Tron. I am looking for a position in Tron. I just actually, I put in a position with the breakout. I actually called this out today around 7:30. If you guys are Patreons, you guys know I called this out for everybody here that are gold Patreons that have trade alerts on. We posted Tron, and the reason we were able to predict this was because it was testing resistance, heading back towards resistance within the channel, and there were either 3 ways it was going to go, and I actually chose this first way, which was the blue, which was just popping right up. Once it popped right up, went back down. As long as it finds support, this could be a low level for Tron, initializing itself for a potential future breakout. So that's what I'll say here. By the way, guys, I want to give a couple shout outs. I mean, we have some awesome viewers, and it looks like we have a ton of new Patreons today, guys, and I do want to give some shout outs here to our new Patreons. I do want to say thank you so much first and foremost. Shout out to Armin Hossein, just became a new Ruby. You'll be at their Night Owl tonight. Shout out to Tony Perkins, just became a new Emerald. You actually be able to receive all the trade alerts. Aman just became a new Gold. Adarash became a new Gold Patreon. Shout out to Adarash. Elisios just became a new Gold. Good to have you. Sam Clayton, you'll be getting your trade alerts, brother. Bob Dale, see you at the Night Owl tonight. Mike Funk, you'll be getting your trade alerts. Shout out to Mike. Andrew Contreras, new Patreon. Shout out to Andrew, you'll be getting the trade alerts. Joe Garcia, you'll be getting trade alerts, brother. Alexander Rubin, you'll be getting into our Night Owl tonight on Discord. Elvin Tower, shout out to Elvin, you'll be getting those trade alerts. Shout out to Arturo, that's a very powerful name, Arturo. You'll be in our Ruby Night Owl tonight. Waleed just became a new Gold. Abu Khadija just became a new Ruby. I'll talk to you tonight, brother. Jonathan Arena just became a new Gold. Daily Grant Nicholson, shout out to Grant, became a new Silver. Clive Herman, new Gold. Al Sader, new Gold. We got tons, guys. Keith, new Ruby. Shout out to Keith. Jose Enrique just became a new Sapphire. If you're a Sapphire, you'll receive a recording of everything. It's for people that want it on the go. You have a busy life. You have kids. You have whatever, a job. You have elderly parents, grandparents, people you're taking care of. That's fine. We understand your time is precious, but you still want to trade. You still want to make money. You still want to take advantage of the revolution, the cryptocurrency revolution, which is happening in front of you guys. So we'll give out the rest of the shout outs as soon as we finish up the TRX. Well, we pretty much finished it up. So I'm letting this mature. If it can find support here, builds a channel, I don't mind buying. I'll actually draw it out here for you guys. So this is pretty much what may happen with TRX. We're going to see it either hit here, bounce up, maybe form a channel like this. This is typically what happens. And if it forms a channel, guess what happens? What are we going to do? Draw out the resistance, draw out the support, wait for the breakout. If it drops below here, it's probably going to start heading down towards this area. Then it may go back into this channel that was forming. And then at that point, we got to wait and see what is the chart going to do. What is it going to mature as? So hopefully that helped out. I'm going to draw out this little chicken scratch that we just drew out just for the newcomers here. Let's go ahead and take some quick requests, guys. I just got a super chat. I want to give a shout out to our new super chat. Thank you so much, brother. David Leahy, in any of the markets that are available to us, is there a way to start to set a sell for a lower and upper amount at the same? Is there a way to set a sell for a lower and upper amount at the same time in case while I'm at work I will automatically sell at my targets? Yeah, that's called a stop loss. So it's called a stop order. So there are a couple exchanges that offer this. Binance is one of my favorites. The link is in the description below for Binance. You can use the BNB token as well, David, and then you can lower your transaction costs. Not only that, there's also Bittrex that offers stop losses. GDAX, if you guys are using Coinbase, stop using Coinbase. Go to GDAX.com. It's owned by Coinbase. You don't have to make a new account. You literally log in with your Coinbase. It's insured and everything, just like Coinbase. However, you don't pay transaction costs on limit orders. Or I believe they're very minimal. And I mean very minimal. So yeah, thank you for the super chat, brother. Sultan said, how soon does the Ruby access become active? Immediately. So, good question. So, as soon as you guys go on the Patreon website and choose what tier you'd like. So, trade alerts is only for gold. If you guys want to come to the Night Owl tonight, that's for rubies and above. Pretty much, this Discord will automatically send you guys, it will automatically assign you guys the ruby role, or if you chose sapphire or emerald or diamond, we actually have a diamond on right now. Shout out to our diamond Patreon. But as soon as you guys get that, you guys will have the ability to go here to Ruby Night Owl tonight on our Discord. Our Discord, by the way, somebody said, what is their Discord for? It's not just for this, guys. This is a free resource that you guys have. All of you guys have the ability to get on our Discord tonight. We have all these coin chats. If you guys want to talk to me about coins, you want to send me a message, you guys can do that. We have all these different voice chats for you guys that want to talk about, you know, day trading, breakouts, analyst. If you guys go here, you guys go to the voice area. We have a day trading chat. We have a swing trading chat. We have a value trading chat. So nobody's in the value trading chat because they're all home sitting there because they already got their positions and they don't need to be in the chat. And then we have our Trading 101 if you guys want to learn charts. So that's for the newest people. This isn't for the seniors. This is for the amateurs that haven't seen this yet. The link is in the description. There's a mobile, desktop, and a web version for you guys. So we just got another Emerald Patreon. Shout out to our new Emerald. That's awesome. So yeah, when you go on Patreon and you guys choose whatever tier you want, it will automatically assign you that. Just make sure that you connect the Discord. So let's go ahead and finish our requests here, guys. We have a couple different requests. Oh, we just got some new super chat requests. Let's go ahead and address those. Looks like we got one here. Hopefully that helped you out, Sultan. Let's see. Bradley Loveland, thank you so much, Bradley. Give away 1 month of gold. Unique, good idea. The only issue is I can't control Patreon's bot. It auto assigns on its own. So we have a couple requests, guys. We're gonna go ahead and finish these requests. We did Salt. Let's go ahead and jump into ADA Cardano and see what's popping here. A lot of you guys have asked about ADA. It's definitely a significant price mover here. We saw this initial breakout. The breakout lasted until it saw resistance around 9,020 Satoshis. When it found resistance around 9,020 Satoshis, we saw consolidation, and this was an immediate consolidation reminiscent of how we saw consolidation with Litecoin as it rallied up to around $380. So now that we're seeing this consolidation, the question is, well, when is this going to break out? When should I sell? Should I sell if I have ADA? Well, guess what? I have ADA and I haven't sold yet. Why? Because it's a value investment for me. I believe in Cardano. However, if you're a swing trader or day trader, this is what I'll tell you. There's nothing to be worried about just yet. The reason being is because we broke out of these levels. This was a parabolic run-up. It's always healthy to see a correction. Corrections are healthy. Negative price movement is never a bad thing. The most valuable traders, the most experienced traders will always tell you this. I love when the price is down. Why? Because you buy low, sell high, right? That's how you win. What is the color of a sale? If you want to buy something on... Let me ask a question, guys. Who here would rather buy on sale or at market price? Who here wants to buy on sale or who wants to buy on market price? What would you rather buy? You want to buy something on sale or you want to buy something that's at market price? Let's see. Somebody said, is anyone here actually doing their taxes for this stuff though? Well, that's funny because taxes, Donald Trump just implemented a new tax law that actually makes you you have to pay taxes on all trades, even if it's between currencies like Bitcoin and Litecoin, Ethereum and Litecoin and so forth. So if it's a pairing, a coin pairing, you still pay taxes now, and that's their way to actually utilize short-term capital gains taxes because that's something that we were avoiding in the past. So everybody said on sale. Z Crypto said red. Chris Nagel said market price. Yo, you want to buy things at market price, dude? That's awesome. Farhan said bay sale. Tom said buy when it's red. You guys are learning. I like it, Tom. Good job. MJ Musil said sale. So most people said sale. Somebody said free. Somebody said wholesale. Who here buys a ton of stuff wholesale? Anybody here just buy wholesale? Hey Naeem, how do you set up stop/buy limits, especially buy limits above resistance lines so that you are not caught in the wick of the candle? Very good question, Armin. So I typically will set up an alert rather than a buy limit because of the fact that those wicks can really throw your orders off, and it's very dangerous. And what I mean by that is, let me show you guys an example. So you look, what is a wick, first of all, right? Some of you guys are like, what the heck is a wick? I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't get any of this. Well, let me show you what a wick is. This is a wick right here. If you see this, we can actually go ahead and zoom this in. So if you guys go to style, you guys can actually make this a lot thicker. Let me go ahead and thicken this up. Well, that's actually not the right thickening that I was looking for. Where is the... Oh my gosh. Where is the... How do you make this thicker? Well, why don't we do this? Let's just look at this the way it is. So this wick right here, this is a price action that occurred. However, it wasn't necessarily the full market that had that sort of price action. And that right there can set up stop losses, set up buy limits, and so forth. So what I would recommend is, if you can, set up an alert rather than the actual stop loss or stop limit, if you're okay with that, because some of you guys are not at your computer and you can't, you know, manually do this. You have to automate it, and if you guys want to automate it, that's what stop losses are for. However, you know, to be quite frank with you, man, Armin, there really isn't a way to avoid it. You just have to be smart with how you set it up. So I like to set it up based upon complete resistance levels. Sometimes I'll look at previous wicks and I'll say, okay, this went up this much. How many wicks have occurred and how sharp have they been? And then I kind of just base it upon that. So hopefully that helps out just a little bit, but really there's no like simple answer to that. So hopefully that can assist here. Somebody said, what app/website is this? Well, you know, I keep all my resources in the description. So if you just pop up the description, you can actually see all that. Or on our Discord, go to resources. Everything I have is here. You know, this is a gold mine, guys. You can actually pull up something like here, tax information right here. Crypto calendar, if you guys want to see what coins are going to have different events and things released soon, so you know what prices might rise. Coin conversion, ongoing ICOs, all this stuff is here, guys. It's on our Discord. The link is in the description if you're not on Discord. But anyways, for ADA, what I would say is this. If it does start to continue to follow this descending pattern, it's most likely going to find its support right here around 6,793 Satoshis. The reason I say that is because when you look at this price graph, what you're seeing here is a channel form on top. There's clear resistance within the channel. If you draw this out, you can see the resistance levels. However, it is still heading down. Now, you want to be careful with the fact that this may or may not continue to head down based upon what the supply and demand is going to look like over the next couple of weeks or days. So, looking at this chart, it looks like we may find this support down here. If we break this support level, I'd be a little bit worried, because then we're going to be going back to this previous channel. But 100% for sure, we will find support around 5,056 Satoshi. So, I'm not worried. I'm still holding because this is healthy. And one thing that I actually look at is the history. And if you look at the history of Cardano, it likes to consolidate after its run up. So here's an example. You see here, we had this huge run up. We saw consolidation. We saw this huge run up, consolidation. You guys look here, consolidation, back up. Huge run up, consolidation. So it's done it in the past. Why wouldn't it do it again, right? Even right here, consolidation. So what I would say in Cardano's case is to focus upon where this channel is going to start heading. At this point, I would be cautious as to how you trade it, but you can always swing trade this, being that you know that there is a channel forming. Here's something that'll help a lot of you guys. Whenever you see a channel forming like this, you have the ability to conceptualize where the support levels are at to know where you can buy and then sell at a higher level. So a channel allows you to do that because it's almost like a ball bouncing up and down. So you drop a ball here. This is how support and level and resistance levels are determined. So the ball drops, bounce, bounce, bounce. So it's like you almost know exactly where the ball is going to bounce and how high it's going to bounce. And that right there is a huge aspect of swing trading that will help a lot of you guys. So hopefully that helps out. I would wait for this to mature a little bit, give it some time, and maybe we'll see a little bit more volatile price action over the next couple of days for ADA Cardano. So let's go ahead and pull up our live chat here. Let's take some requests from you guys, some questions. Anybody here have questions? Let's take a question for a second here. Somebody said, when is the night owl tonight? The night owl will start right around 12:30 a.m. Eastern time, and that's going to be on our Discord for rubies and above. So pretty much the rubies and above are the red names here. If you guys aren't Patreons, that's how you're going to be able to obtain your ruby status. Matter of fact, shout out to Keith Johnson, just became a new ruby. I'll see you tonight, Keith. Can't wait. Jose Enrique Dominguez, Athi just became a new Sapphire. You'll be receiving the recording of tonight, so I may or may not see you. We'll see. Hopefully you're there, brother. You can go there. Robert Schilling, new Ruby. Good to have you, brother. So you'll be coming to our Night Owl tonight. Kenneth Hoang, you'll be coming to our Night Owl tonight as well. Tanner Lawley and Resney Acosta. Shout out to Tanner and Resney. You guys, can't wait to meet you guys tonight at the Ruby Night Owl. You guys are new Sapphires. CryptoNet just became a new Ruby. Sean Coke or whatever just became a new Sapphire. I'll see you tonight, brother. Paul Jackson just became a new Sapphire as well. I'll see you tonight. Bishal Chowdhury just became a new Ruby. I'll see you tonight, Bishal. We'll talk. Lee Yao just became a new Ruby as well. So we'll see you tonight. Steve Richer, new Ruby on our Patreons. TJ Puga, thank you so much, brother. You'll be at our Night Owl tonight. Joshua Hastings as well. I like that last name, Hastings. Very, very manly. Edward Borbao, or Borbao is how I think it is. Shout out to him. Edward, you are going to be at our Night Owl tonight. You are also a Sapphire, so you'll receive the recording. 310 Crypto, shout out. New Sapphire. Matthew Bailey, new Ruby. Jesse James just became a new Ruby. Shout out to Jesse. Alexander Rincon, good to have you, Alex. James Corsetto, new Sapphire. I'll see you tonight, brother. And then Johnny Albanez just became a new Ruby. So shout out to the new Rubies and Sapphires. We have a ton of new golds and silvers. Too many to name, but we definitely appreciate you guys and the support. You guys will be receiving those trade alerts and the weekly newsletters, and that will all be posted on Patreon. So let's focus in on the next chart, guys. So ADA, we need this to mature a little bit. We already discussed this. Let's look at VEN really quick and see what pattern is forming up here. So we pull up VEN BTC. What we're seeing with this graph, guys, we're seeing this run up. It looks like we broke this channel. We actually drew this channel out on our other live stream. Since we do this every night, I think it's kind of cool because we actually get to keep track of all of these price points, and that allows us to be sure of what we're heading to see. So we broke these resistance levels. Looks like the resistance was right around 19,000 Satoshis. Broke out, broke up to 24,000 Satoshis, jumped right up to 27,000 Satoshis. My gosh, golly. Let's go ahead and pull this up really quick, guys. I want to look at VeChain and coin market cap, see what type of price movement we're seeing and why we're seeing this price movement here. Over $1 billion, ranked number 36 on coin market. Looks like we've had over $220 million in volume. I like this. I like this chart, guys. You know why I like this chart? It's continuous. It's not parabolic. You guys look at a coin like XVG, right? Look at Verge. You see this parabolic run up with its price action, and then you look at a coin like look at that. You can't even look at the graph. A lot of it has to do with this stagnant short period of the coin, but for the most part, VeChain looks like it's doing pretty good. Oh, look at that. We're heading towards an $800 billion market cap as well. You know what that means, guys? Guess what? We're heading towards $1 trillion. $1 trillion of cryptocurrency market cap. The gold total market cap of gold right now, this excludes futures, $7 trillion. We're turning into 1/7 the market cap of gold. How big was the internet bubble, the .com bubble? Over $5 trillion, and then it popped. Now it's let's not even go there. Who's the richest man in the world? Andrew Carnegie, right? No, was it? Yes, it was Andrew. Or was it Rockefeller? Rockefeller had the monopoly on the industrial age, right? Over $600 billion in total net worth if calculated upon today's inflation. So, anyways, if we pull up, somebody said, Rev is, oh, Bobby Lee, keeps going, says the same thing over. Let's see, somebody said I. Everybody's saying I. Oh my gosh. I think this chat is not updated or something. Anyways, so what I would say is I like the fact that it's seeing this run up. It looks like it's creating this ascending pattern here. If you're holding this, I would hold. I don't see anything that would worry me. The only worry I have is the fact we're at all-time highs, and you never know at all-time highs how high is it going to go based upon speculative value rather than intrinsic value. That's yet to be known. So I would say If you're holding, continue to hold. If you're just now trying to get a buy position in, make sure you set up your stop losses correctly just in case there is some consolidation. It looks like volume, though, is steadily increasing, so we'll definitely have to continue to watch this over the next couple of days to see if a channel will mature outside of this channel that's forming up here, which is an ascending pattern that you can actually trade by either buying at the low levels, at the high levels, setting up your stop losses just in case it does consolidate and drop. So we did get a couple new requests here, guys. Let's go ahead and pull these requests up. I know we got a ton of new requests here. Let's go ahead and look at what we've got here. Shout out to our new super chats here. Jacob Donson. Oh man, we're gonna have to get Jacob out of here. So somebody said ARN, please. I've never heard of ARN. What is ARN? I wonder what that stands for. Arion. Okay, that makes sense. So here's what we'll do, guys. We do have some super chats. I want to look at this. Bradley Loveland. Shout out to Bradley. Armin Darvish said, hey Naeem, how do you set up stop/buy limits? Okay, we talked about that. Thanks for the free course and the books you give out. This is worth so much. Can you tell me the difference between candles and Heiken Ashi on the chart? I actually don't mess too much with the Heiken Ashi. We can always Google that. So I don't like to talk about something I don't have competency on, because that would just be dubious of me. So let's go ahead and actually look at what this means here. Ashi. Candlesticks are an offshoot from Japanese candlesticks. The Heiken Ashi candlesticks use the open close data from the prior period and the open high low close data from the current period to create a combo candlestick. The resulting candlestick filters out some noise in an effort to better capture the trend. Interesting. So if you guys don't know, you can actually change what you use to actually look at these charts. So if you actually go here, you can actually alter this and use different types of charts here. So you can actually do the Heiken Ashi here if you guys want to look at how that looks. So it seems like it pretty much makes it a little bit more of a clear chart. Here's what I would do. Instead of using the Heiken Ashi because it's using different levels, what I would do in this case is I would actually, some of you can do this, you can actually do the candles here, but then you can remove the wick, and then that kind of clears it up for you too. So you don't necessarily have to switch, you can just use the candles without the wick. So that's something that may be adding some sort of value to some of you guys. Hopefully that helps out. Giancarlo Foschetti, good to have you, man. I remember you when we were at 34 viewers, Giancarlo. He said, what music is this? This is a custom song that was made from one of our custom audio designers that we have for Snipers Tube. And he's one of our Discord members too. So awesome music. He's an awesome artist. ETH is popping off. Where do you see it heading? Hellthurium, good question from the super chat. So here's what I'll tell you about ETH. I've been touting ETH to go over 1,000 for quite a while now. So we talked about VEN, obviously maturing the graph. Let's pull up ETH for a second because this is definitely a coin that I want to address. We went over 1,000, we broke resistance, and now we're seeing the Satoshi levels through the roof, more than it's ever been. And we're seeing it follow this upward trend here as well, but now it's become a little bit more steeper. Does that concern me? Just quite a bit. And the reason I say that is because when it becomes this steep, the steeper the price action up, the steeper that price action is going to be down. So I'd be cautious with Ethereum at these price levels just for the short term, but for the long term, I'm fully into Ethereum. I think Ethereum is one of the most diversified coins ever. And the reason I say that is I had a friend of mine just had an ICO. His name is Yazan. He just had an ICO, raised over 10 million, 2 VC investors, the rest was ICO, and his name, or the name of the ICO was Gibril Network. And I was having a conversation. He flew into where I'm from here, and this was about 3 weeks ago, and he's like, hey Naeem, and we had a conversation. I asked him, I said, Yazan, what do you think is the best investment? He said, well, let me ask you, Naeem, what do you think is the best type of investment in general, coming from your traditional stock background, moving into Forex, into cryptocurrency? What do you think is the best investment from your prior knowledge? I said, well, I've always known that a diversified investment is the best investment because it allows you to not only make up losses, but it almost allows you, we actually talked about this in the Night Owl last night. Who here realizes that most of the time, the breakouts that we see with these coins are a lot steeper and dramatic than any of the consolidations, right? Do you guys agree with that? Most of the breakouts that we see in the market are typically a lot sharper and more dramatic than the consolidations that we see, or the negative descending patterns that we see. It's always the ascending patterns that are sharp and extremely dramatic. Yes or no? Joey said yes. Sage said yes for sure. Raymond said I agree. I like it. Or agreed. Syndicate said sharper. Mr. Mormo said every day. Jaldi said yeah. Armin said definitely. Awesome, Armin. Sharp. Yes, definitely. Yes. Ahmed said yes. Awesome. So, Daisy said, yeah, it's gambling. You can look at it like that. Some people look at the market like gambling. I think the stock market's gambling. At these highs, over 9-year bull market, when are we going to see the recession, huh? I didn't say anything. I'm just saying. 9-year bull market. I mean, look at the stock market, guys. We've been on a 9-year bull market. How long are we going to continue? You know, Ray Dalio in the book Principles, which we actually just gave away one today. You know, he talks about in his book, he says, recessions typically happen on a circulation of 8 years. Every 8 years, you'll see a recession because that's how markets go, up and down, up and down. But here's the thing, every time it goes down, the up is more dramatic than the previous one, being the fact that population increases, there's more market demand, and demand and supply is what causes price fluctuations. So, anyways, Ethereum. This is huge, guys. I've told the Patreons this in our Night Owls quite often because this has really determined how my portfolio has looked over the past couple of weeks. And heading into 2018, what I'll tell you is this. Ethereum, understand most ICOs are occurring on the ERC20 token, which is Ethereum's platform to develop decentralized applications, or dApps. So the best way to understand Ethereum is like the App Store. You're allowed to build apps onto the App Store and anybody can do it, and it's fairly easy to do so. If you want to build an app for the App Store, all you have to do is download, what, iCode or something? Apple iCode, Xcode I think it is, and you can actually go ahead and start coding your app instead of developing it from scratch, coding. So same thing with Ethereum. They pretty much provide almost like an Xcode for building decentralized applications, and that's why you have coins like OMG running on the Ethereum ERC20 token. So with all of these coins, if let's say 80% of ICOs occur on the ERC20 token, just to throw a number out there, how valuable is the ERC20 token? And not only that, how valuable is Ethereum in general? So in my opinion, Ethereum is one of the most diversified asset classes in cryptocurrency. So with that being said, I think prices will definitely go because there's a huge use case for it in the market. You see that it's consistently went up in value over time, and this was before previous downfalls. And if you guys look here, there's also this pattern forming right on the top. You can see this is pretty much following its pattern, and right here you can actually tell exactly where price levels are headed, back and down. So we're at the high point of this pattern. I would say, for me, Ethereum is a long-term hold. This isn't a coin that you're going to want to sit here and swing trade every now and then, because at the end of the day, it doesn't go up. And I'm not saying it doesn't go up. There's not much volatility with it on the, you know, there's volatility, but it's kind of like Ripple. It has volatility and then it stabilizes. It has volatility and then it stabilizes. So Ethereum for me is a long-term hold. You know, I don't really look at the technicals much. If we were to look at the technicals, we could pull up the 1 day here. You can see we're on this ascending pattern. Looks like we hit bottom here right around 24,000 Satoshis. And once we hit bottom, it looks like we started heading our way up. And we broke past this previous resistance level around 57,000 Satoshis. So to be honest with you, there's really no, nothing holding Ethereum back from going back to these previous support levels. So I actually think this is what's going to happen. We're going to see it go back to these levels here. Because it looks like we did find previous support. I'm glad I looked at this. So previous support was around, looks to be 69,878 Satoshis. I think we're going to start heading right back to that level. And then if we do maintain these levels, I think if we form a support here, that's going to be a very strong point for Ethereum to eventually go ahead and make its breakout into 2018 and taking over the market. So hopefully that has assisted each and every one of you guys, or one of you guys at least. And we're going to be heading towards our Night Owl fairly soon, guys. Once again, we're going to be having this Night Owl. I know we have a ton of requests, guys. Once again, we try our best to do all of them. If you are an Emerald, you guys actually have, if you guys are an Emerald Patreon, You guys actually have a special chat here called VIP Access. You guys can actually post any of your requests here, and it's guaranteed on the live stream. So that's part of being a Emerald or above. So if you're an Emerald or above, you're more than welcome to post a request here right now, and I'll go ahead and take that for you, and you'll get first serve out of everyone, of course. And we're gonna go ahead and look at some questions, guys. Let's take some questions from the chat. Somebody said, I want to be on Night Owl. Robert Warner. All of our rubies and above tonight will be on the Night Owl. So just, Robert, click the link in the description for Patreon, and any ruby or above tier will be allowed in our Night Owl tonight, which will be in our Discord under the Patreon Night Owl, under Ruby plus Night Owl. So hopefully I'll see a lot of you guys there. We'll have a one or two-way conversation rather than a monologue type of conversation. The cool thing about Night Owls is you guys can come in with your voice chats, your microphones, whatever. If you have a phone, you can use your phone, and you guys can connect to the chat and talk to me and ask me questions, and ask some of our admin team and our moderator team, our leadership team. Some of our analysts will be there, so you guys can ask all of them questions, and then we can chat amongst ourselves and really discuss more of the uncensored aspect of cryptocurrency and what's not being talked about in public. Let's see what people are saying here. Tron will moon tonight. Greg Kanjar, good to have you on the live stream, brother. Thank you for being here. Jelly said, I like the way you pronounce my name, LOL. I'm Dutch, by the way. Interesting. Thank you. I'm glad. Please do a review on 88 and also XRP. Interesting. Why don't we take a vote? If you guys have Ripple in your portfolio right now, let's take a vote. If you have Ripple in your portfolio right now, like this video. Let's see how fast and how many more likes we get from where we're at now. Let's see what this looks like here. If you guys have Ripple in your portfolio, like this video right now. Let's take a quick vote. So we're at 260 right now. 295 now. Let's see if this jumps up. 394. Wow, a lot of you guys have Ripple. Okay. It's about 100. Oh, wow. 428 already. Okay, interesting. 460 now? That's a lot more than I thought. Okay. 482. Now it's jumping up like crazy. That is insane. 494 now? What about if you have... I want to see something more dramatic. If you have Ethereum in your portfolio, click the like button. Let's see what happens there. 513 now. Let's see which one takes it to 1,000. How about that? Let's see if we can hit 1,000 likes on the video. This is a fun poll. 527. Why don't we look back at that and see if we hit 1,000? So if you have Ethereum in your portfolio, like the video. We'll see if it reaches 1,000 after the Ethereum question. So let's go ahead and finish up these requests. Ether price to 5,000? Possibly. Do you think it's too late to invest in Ripple? What price do you think it can hit when it gets on Coinbase? Let me address this. So is the price of Ripple going to rise once it hits Coinbase? Is that a question you guys want me to answer? I'll answer that in my perspective. So here's what I think about this. Look at the past. My mentor said this to me. He said, Naeem, the best predictor of the future is the past. That's why when you get into a new relationship and you're dating somebody, find out what their past is, and then you can probably predict the future. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. Listen, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know, obviously you want to give people grace, and hopefully they've changed, and but no, not really. I'm just kidding, guys. Let's not get political here in terms of relationship statuses. But anyways, the best predictor of the future is history, right? Some of you guys have been in relationships. You're like, oh, I'm with you, Naeem. I know what you're talking about. Curry Powder said, ah ha ha. Z Crypto said, LOL, true though. That's funny. Who hurt you, Naeem? LOL. Nobody. Somebody said, you are wrong. No. First, I want to make an impact before I find the person I want to make an impact with. That's what my mentor told me. He said, Naeem, before you get into, you know, get into something serious, you have to be able to be committed to making an impact. Because making an he said, Naeem, make decisions based upon impact. So if you're stuck between how to make a decision, whichever one makes the most impact, obviously positive impact, is what you want to choose. The Great Tank said, you are right. BCH, my dude, it's free. Interesting. So, yes. So look at the predictor, or the past here, and what happened when Bitcoin Cash went on Coinbase. What happened, guys? Did any of you guys remember what happened when Bitcoin Cash went on Coinbase? I'll tell you why. It's a basic fundamental rule. I remember this in Forex and stocks all the time. You'd hear it. Buy at the hype, sell at the news. Write that down. Get your pencils and papers. Write that down. Buy at the hype, sell at the news. Buy at the hype, sell at the news. So right now, what is the hype? The hype, oh, Ripple's going to be on Coinbase. Ripple's going to be on Coinbase. Ripple's going to be on Coinbase. Okay, guess what happens? The hype, the hype, the hype. The price is rising. If you would have bought at the hype, and guess what happens when it happens? There's a sell-off. Why? KVIC said Ripple's not going to Coinbase. They said it's not going to Coinbase. There you go. So it's not even hype anymore. Man, it's not coming to Coinbase. Levi Page said it's not coming to Coinbase. Nicholas said Coinbase squashed it for now. Well, there you go. See? So, irrelevant question. Now 1,800 of you guys know it's not going to Coinbase. Now, I don't have verified sources of that, but that's what the chat's saying. I'm not keeping up with Ripple going to Coinbase because that doesn't really matter to me. And here's the other thing about it, guys. I don't care what coin is going on what exchange. I don't think there's... I've talked about this before. There's not necessarily a big impact when a coin is on an exchange. Because yes, you can argue that it's all based upon supply and demand. And if you add a coin to an exchange, there's now more opportunities for the floodgates to be open for more demand. However, here's what I'll argue back. If somebody really wanted to buy some stinking Ripple, they could deposit Bitcoin in their account, transfer that to Binance, and buy Ripple. Period. Redcoin and start accepting it as a payment. Interesting, Steven. I don't know if you're asking me to accept it as a payment, but that would be... I mean, I don't know what I'd accept it for. We'll sell some Snipers Tube shirts, and then we can accept it. So let's do let's see here. We'll do Power Ledger. I know we did get a request for Power Ledger here. Sorry if we don't get all of the requests in, guys. We did get some VIP requests here, so we definitely have to do this. Now, VIP requests, obviously we're going to limit it to 1 per person. But if you guys are Emerald Patreons or above, you guys are allowed to use the VIP access channel and go ahead and make your request. So we'll look at those afterwards. Looking at Power Ledger here, looks like what we have going on. Ooh, interesting. So we're under EMA here. If you guys don't know what the EMA is, it stands for the exponential moving average. Looks like it's still descending. I wouldn't call this a support level just yet whatsoever. Looks like we're descending on this pattern. I would wait for this to mature a little bit. There's no clear support level. This may end up being the support level here, being that we found previous resistance right around 9,944 Satoshis. However, it may very well end up finding a channel here as well, which would be interesting. So I would wait to see. If you want to screenshot this, if you're into Power Ledger, you can screenshot this and allow this to mature a little bit. As this chart matures, we can see if this is going to follow this pattern. If it follows this pattern correctly and then ends up following and creating support, we can certainly see a potential breakout following this descending pattern that forms. So that's what I would say for this one. Let me just take a look at some other technicals here, if you don't mind, guys. I'm going to get a little bit advanced here. Don't get too scared. I'm going to be pulling up the 3 moving averages. I'm kind of interested to see what the moving averages are like here. And I actually might also... I'm going to pull up the Bollinger Bands here as well. Just don't get too nervous. And we'll definitely talk about these indicators a little bit more in depth fairly soon as we start doing our advanced training. But it looks like Bollinger Bands, it's going under, which isn't a sign of a positive increase. So we're under Bollinger. I mean, what I would say in this case, based upon, let me see the moving average really quick, just to, okay, let me go ahead and, okay, I already had that. Okay. Yeah, what I would say allow this chart to mature a little bit. It looks like, you know, I don't see too many clear indications of a possible breakout. It looks like it is consolidating at its finest. It's under EMA, just based on the Bollingers and the averages. It just looks as if that's what's happening and occurring right now. So what I would say is just allow this to mature a little bit, and then we can see where it goes from there. So I'm going to clear this chart out, guys. Somebody said Night Owl. Even Boyd said Night Owl. TRX to the moon. Jason Holland, all of the resources are in our Discord. So the Discord link is in the description below. You guys can actually go on Discord under Trading 101. You guys can see all of these different patterns. It's a free resource. We chose Discord because there's no ads here, so it's very user friendly. It's on every platform, whether it's mobile phone, desktop, And then you guys can actually go here, resources, and all of the charts and stuff that I use is here. So this chart is trading view chart here, and then there's also CoinWeek. There's also Coinigy as well, which we probably should add. So I'll actually end up adding that soon to our Discord for you guys. Now we do have some VIP requests here, so we do want to take this. This is our Emerald and above VIP request room. Hi, name. What do you think about BCN? So we'll go ahead and pull up BCN and see what's happening with Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and pull up the... Oh, look at that, 615 likes, guys. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 likes by the end of this video, guys. Come on, we do the live streams every night. We can hit 1,000. Bitcoin, BCN. So Bitcoin hovering right around rank number 29, entering the top 20. Going to be interesting to see if it can hit the top 20. I would say, looking at a coin like this, looking at a 40% run up at over $1 billion market cap, looks like we had a previous run up with Satoshi and US dollar valuations. Now we're seeing a very high US dollar valuation run up. Satoshi value is still a little bit low compared to where it was at around July of 2017. Now looking at BCN in general here, looking at the technicals, it looks like we did break out of this pattern here. We did draw this out the other day. And I did mention to you guys that if it did break out positive, once again, this is huge, guys. This is huge. Thank you, Justin Clay, for the super chat. It said thoughts on NIO. Let's put that here. NIO. Thank you, Justin. Really appreciate that, Mr. Clay. Just making sure there's no others here. Somebody said, what is the Discord link? There you go. I went ahead and posted that on the chat. So there's a Discord link. Pretty much, this is huge, guys. So we drew out this channel yesterday, and I told you guys I love trading channels because when you're trading a channel, it's easy to spot breakouts because you know where the support and the resistance levels are at. So looking at this chart here, I'm going to actually change this up a little bit and add my wick back, as well as, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's all right. So what we're seeing here, we see this channel form, and when these channels form, it gives you a good indicator of where the prices are going to head if it does end up breaking out. And in this case, on the live stream, I told you guys, I drew out this line. I said if it breaks out positive, I'll buy around this price level. If it breaks out negative, I'll have my stop losses set here if I do buy within the channel. So if it did break out and I had my buy orders placed here, guess what? We would have went from, looks to be around 46 Satoshis all the way to 60 Satoshis. So that's almost, what, a 9, 10, 15% gain just by that quick breakout. That's how, guys, there's so much money in this market. It's all about how educated you are on retrieving that money. Well, how do I educate myself, Naeem? You have to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. That's why we have this Discord for you guys. That's why we have all of these resources for you guys. All of this is meant to provide a platform for you guys to enhance your trading ability and your trading knowledge, because it's called collaborative intelligence. There's 3 forms of super intelligence: artificial intelligence, collaborative intelligence, and collaborative intelligence, by the way, is one of the most important facts, because collaborative intelligence is one of the hardest to form and create because it takes a lot of people. You take a ton of different people, put them together, that allows you to have different perspectives. Every single person, my mentor taught me this. He said, Naeem, understand every single person in this world knows something better than you do. You just need to find out what they know and then allow them to share that information with you, because they know something. You can never look down on anybody because somebody knows something. They've been through something that has taught them something that they know better than you. And everybody knows something that you don't know, and vice versa. So it's important to use collaborative intelligence, and that's why we have these chats. Guys, I was listening the other day. We had a ton of people in the voice chat. They were literally sharing all of their success stories on what coins they were trading and all this, and they were doing it for hours and hours. This is 24/7. We just hit over 14,000 members. Guys, this is all at your fingertips. Utilize it. I'm telling you guys, you can get out of your day job. You can get out of the 9 to 5 that you're working. You can get out of your second part-time job. You can get out and let your wife stay home with the kids. Seriously. Come on. Anyways, so I'm getting passionate. Sorry if you guys, if it's too passionate. Yes, we broke out. I already called the buy on this. At this level, the magnitude is extremely high. What I would say in terms of a technical analysis, I'd let this mature, form a new channel, whether it's going to be within this price range, whether it's going to break out of this previous resistance of 66 Satoshis, or if it goes back into this channel, let it form its channel once again and let it mature. But at this point, the breakout has already occurred, and now the magnitude is going to create for itself, which is something you can't predict because it's a price movement. So let's take these VIP requests, TRX, XRB, XPR. How do we think these will play out in the coming days? Like I said, Tron broke out, XRB. Let's pull up XRB. I don't mind pulling up XRB. I know that's something that several of you guys... Well, it's not working. Let's do XRP. Was that the request? XPR. What's XPR? I don't even think there's an... Is there an XPR? I don't think there's an XPR. I think he meant XRP. There's no XPR. I've never heard of an XPR. XRP BTC. Why don't we look at XRP? Might as well. So here's what I'll tell you about Ripple. I haven't sold my Ripple for one reason alone. I know the patterns Ripple follows. Ripple likes to maintain its price levels. Why? Understand the technology of Ripple. They're looking to be liquidatable for banks, right? So understand this, by the way. XRP is the least used aspect of Ripple. What really is used by the banks, which over 200 banks, I think now over 300 banks are partnered with Ripple, utilize their Ripple Net, which is their blockchain, in order to send messages back and forth with a lot more efficiency. However, the banks, for the most part, aren't using XRP as a token. Now, as XRP gains more liquidity, as the market cap increases, and now you can see, all right, it's worth over $100 million, and as it gains that reputation, the banks may eventually start to use it as a more efficient way. However, what needs to happen is price levels must be as stable as possible if that is going to occur with the banks, because they don't want something that's volatile. There's no way they're going to utilize XRP if it's volatile. So XRP is finding its price point, in my opinion, and we saw these run-ups, and XRP is known to have these run-ups, form some support, have another run-up, form more support, have a run-up, form support, once again have a run-up, consolidate, form support. So what I'm waiting to see is where is the support going to be found, and it looks like, let's pull up the RSI really quick and see if we hit bottom yet, because what I would be looking for with Ripple is where's the bottom. So we're nowhere near the bottom just yet in RSI. It looks like we hit RSI low here. However, I am going to be interested to see how low is this going to go. So what I would watch right now is this pattern here. How low is this pattern going to go? And the lower it goes, the lower the support level is going to build itself upon. So you can even just draw it out like that. A little bit more of a sharper pattern. So I would say let's wait and see how low is this pattern going to drop. And as it starts to drop, where is it going to form support? So allow this chart to mature just a little bit. Somebody said, what happens if I become a patron? So Patreons tonight are going to be allowed to go to our night owl. So we actually, by the way, guys, we actually not only predicted the TRX breakout today for our patrons that have their trade alerts on, we also predicted the XRP breakout. So if you guys don't know, we have trade alerts that we do here. If you are a Patreon, I actually did post the XRP one as well. Once again, I'm not always going to be right, but in this case I was right. And we also post analyst trades too. So XRP had a pennant. This is a pennant, guys. If you guys don't know what a pennant looks like, you go to our Discord and open up Trading 101. Exactly what a pennant looks like. There's an indication of a breakout, this top right level, once it narrows its consolidation, and we were able to predict that. So if you guys are getting the trade alerts, pay attention. Pay attention and watch the graphs as you get them. So that's for any gold and above. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and give a shout out to a couple of our new patrons, guys. We just got a ton of new patrons. Shout out to Anthony Rosen, just became a new gold. Shout out to Aaron Abel, just became a new gold. Shout out to Exfo Phase, just became a new Ruby. So you'll be at our night owl tonight. If you are a Ruby patron or above, if you click become a patron, there are several different levels, guys. If you're a Ruby and above tonight, we are going to be having a night owl under the Patreon exclusive Patreon Ruby Night Owl Plus here. Pretty much this is where you guys can have more of a dual way communication. If you're a Sapphire and above, you'll get a recording podcast of that. So let's go ahead and give a couple shout outs here. Alex Kim just became a new Sapphire. I'll see you tonight, Alex. Paul Abenante just became a new ruby. I'll see you tonight, brother. Ahmed Asi just became a new sapphire. I'll see you tonight, Ahmed. Tyler Carlson just became a new ruby. I'll see you tonight, Tyler. Michael Kobilars, I'll see you tonight, brother. Somebody said, what is the link? I just posted the link in the chat. There you go. So, we have tons of new people. Joe Garcia, new sapphire. Daniel Robert, new ruby. Steven Sousa, new ruby. Shout out to Alfonso Lopez, Yakov. Jason Ezekro, just new sapphires. We got tons of new patrons. That is awesome. Thank you so much, guys, once again. We cannot wait for this Night Owl tonight. Yesterday's Night Owl went so good. And I think it was one of the best Night Owls we've ever had. And I think it shows a lot because those are the people actually investing themselves. My mentor said this, Naeem, the best investment you can make, you're welcome, DJ. Thank you, brother. Best investment you can make is an investment in yourself, and the second best investment is an investment in others. Best investments you can make ever. So, why don't we take a question here? Let's give away a book, guys. They're going to give away another Internet of Money book to one of you guys. This book right here was one of the first books I had read about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, which enabled me to have the knowledge that I currently have in looking at ICOs and underlining and determining whether or not there's a valuable technology in place that can eventually receive mass adoption. And it's all because of my understanding of the distributed ledger and blockchain. And I highly recommend that you guys educate yourself because you have to know what you're investing in. If you don't know what you're investing in nothing, in your opinion, because you don't know what it is. What if you're investing in something that doesn't make any sense for it to even be adopted by the masses, and now it's just this facade? So anyways, let's give away a book. We're going to give away a book on the YouTube chat. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and the question is this. What did my mentor tell me the best investment is ever? The first best investment ever that can be made. Let's go ahead and see. Somebody said, the best investment you can make. What did my mentor say? Bam! Yourself. Naweed said you have to know what you're investing in. That wasn't the answer. That's true, though. Somebody said yourself. Mike Grazio. Congratulations, brother. Nice profile picture, man. Send me a message on Twitter. Let me know that you won. And we'll go ahead and get your account verified. And you'll have the Internet of Money in your mailbox fairly soon. We're going to start heading over to our Night Owl, guys. Our Night Owl is going to be a Ruby and above Night Owl tonight. If you guys are Rubies and above, we're going to have another chat tonight. This is where we have the uncensored talks. If you guys are Sapphire and above, Patreons, then you guys will be able to have that recording in a podcast version by tomorrow, and you guys can listen to that on your way to work. That's for more of the on-the-go type of individuals that have a lot more of a busy schedule. So the Ruby Plus Night Owl will be only for Rubies and above, and the link is in the description to become a Patreon, guys. We're going to take one more request here before we head over there, and let's go ahead and look at our super chats. I know we got a ton of super chats, guys. Obviously, it's a first come, first serve. We can't do everything here. Should I invest in VEN now or wait? Thank you guys so much for this. Saya Coin. I know there's a couple of them. I'm trying to see which one is probably the best one that we can do here that can satisfy the majority of you guys. And I do apologize that we can't do all of them, of course, but you know, you win none, you lose some, right? So we can go ahead. Any thoughts on Digibyte? I like Digibyte. I've seen some stuff. I'm writing down all of the requests here. So let's go ahead and look at Saya Coin. I know we did get that request, guys. Pretty much what we're seeing with Saya Coin here. I like the fact that we found some support right around 260 Satoshis. Let me pull up the day chart here just to ensure I have a wide perspective on this. I know we looked at this previously. Looks like it did have a breakout. Okay, so it's seen its highs around this level. Looks like we did find some resistance here around 394 Satoshis in the past, which could be a possible predictor for a future resistance level that may occur. Let me go ahead and see really quick. Okay, it looks like it's dropping down, curving back up, kind of like how EOS was looking like. Yeah, I would say at this point, guys, I mean, there's not much we can look at, being that it's seen this huge parabolic run up. You know, I wouldn't really call this support just yet because it's still running itself up. I would watch to see how high this will go and form more support. And if it does form support, play at the support level. So what do I mean by play at the support levels? Well, this saw a run up, drop down, went back up, and then it formed support here. You could have played these support levels right over here. As soon as you saw a breakout, you could have purchased. So I would wait. I would say wait for the support levels here and the resistance levels to form another channel and mature itself to go ahead and continue on with Sia Coin. So, you know, I wish I could take every request, guys, but I want to make sure I do an in-depth analysis. But at this point, we are going to be heading over to our Night Owl. The Night Owl will be for Ruby Patreons. I'm sorry, the screen was large. That was a mistake. The Night Owl will be for Patreons and above. Rubies and above for Patreons. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Shout out to Tim Kim, just became a new Sapphire. Shout out to Art of James David, just became a new Ruby. Hector Bustillo, new Ruby. Good to have you on the Ruby team. Neil Tartaro, new Ruby. J. Tyler Godfrey, new Ruby. Humin became a new Ruby. Himanshu just became a new Ruby. And I'll see all of you guys tonight. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. If you guys won the books, congratulations. If you guys were able to get your super chat request in, good for you. At this point, we are going to be... We just got another super chat. What do you think about Kin? I can go into more depth. I feel like I need to do a little bit more on Kin. I did a little bit of research, but then I kind of phased out of it. But anyways, yes, guys, I will see you guys on our Patreon. Ruby and above Night Owl. Make sure you can get on Discord and auto assign your role. Make sure you connect your Patreon to your Discord first and foremost. Did you guys enjoy the night, by the way? Did you guys enjoy the night? Let's see. Somebody said you trust. Somebody said you need shirts. Yeah, we probably should do shirts then, shouldn't we? Eventually. Eventually, guys. Somebody said TRX. Everybody's talking about TRX now. Yes, yes. Rami said yes. Alex Kim, yeah, but I'm trying to learn how to get in the Night Owl. I'm new. Just open up the Discord. Once you're a Patreon, you can get in. So I'll do a quick tutorial if you guys want to know how to get into the Night Owl. So first you have to become a Ruby and above Patreon. So you go to the Patreon link, which is posted in the chat right now. I just posted it. And then you go into become a Patreon, and you have to be a Ruby and above. So it's Ruby level or any of these levels are allowed. Once you do that, you want to connect your Discord account. If you don't have a Discord account yet, I'll post the Discord link in the chat right now too. You can create a Discord account. There's a Discord on the mobile version. There's also a Discord on the web version and the desktop version. Once you download Discord, you want to click the link that we sent. It's in our description of our videos. All of our videos have the links in the description, so you can always find it there if you guys can't make it. And then get into our Discord. You should probably do the Discord first and then do the Patreon, and then connect it together. If you don't know how to connect it, then just type in on Google how to connect Patreon to Discord, and there's the first link here will show you how to do it, and I'll post that here in the chat for you guys as well if you guys want to know how to connect it. And then once you guys connect it, go ahead and join the Night Owl. And then if you guys want to turn on your mic, go to voice and video, click input mode. You can do push to talk or voice activity, and I think you might have to do push to talk for this one. So make sure you do push to talk, and then just join in on this left hand side under Patreon exclusive. Open that up and then click Ruby plus Night Owl right here. So not Patreon Night Owl, but Ruby plus Night Owl, and then we'll be having it right over here. So hopefully that helped out, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, we're going to be continuing this tonight in the Night Owl, and we'll take more questions. And thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Once again, we do these live streams every single night. We have a video in the day. If you guys want to post your video on this channel, if you guys want to become a crypto YouTuber, this is a community channel, so you guys can post your own videos on this channel. All you have to do is go to the opportunity hashtag here, look at the criteria that we have set in place. It has to be a quality made video. It could be of any subject related to crypto. We are highly looking for some specific subjects. We actually have some video ideas here too. If you need some ideas, just go to video requests here, video suggestions, and you can read through. I actually posted this huge list of video ideas that I need to complete, and if you guys can help out with that, that would be awesome. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And with that being said, guys, like always, snipers out.